Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your morning flash update for this Thursday, the 17th of October, 2019 at 9:10 a.m. Central Daylight Time. I tell you, going to sleep at night and you wake up in the morning, sometimes it's a different world. The big event, I think the big event of the day, is that the Brits may have, I want to use the word, may have finally struck a deal. It appears that the European Union has accepted Mr. Johnson's draft. I just heard, and I don't know if there's truth because I haven't seen what the deal is in paper. I'm hearing 65 pages with a massive amount devoted to the Irish border, which is now going to be in the sea. The question is, will Parliament accept this? If they don't, Mr. Juncker has made it very clear that since the European Union has accepted this, he's not offering that olive branch that maybe the European Union would grant an extension. Obviously, if the Parliament, which is going to vote, as I understand it, on a Saturday session, they may start debates even before then, don't pass this deal, and they ask the EU for an extension, and it's no. I have no idea what happens at that point. Come right immediately. It doesn't have to be the 31st. Who knows? But the market liked it in stocks. It jumped on the news. The metals also jumped on that news, as you can see. The dollar index down, and you would expect the European Union would get a bid, and they are on it. I can't tell you anything about the pound other than I wrote in my report last night. I thought the market on that news would get over the 130s. The market could have rallied about 5%, I was figuring, and it's immediately given that back. Energy markets, we're about 20 minutes away when we're going to get the morning numbers from the EIA. Last night's numbers were a shocker on the API when you saw 10 million build in just the crude. I went, whoa, what's going on there? Big rally happening in the grain market, especially led by wheat, which was strong yesterday, and suddenly the beans coming back up. We'll see what happens. You know, if you listen to the rhetoric in the news, you wouldn't think that there's going to be a deal between the U.S. and China. Yet this market's acting like maybe there just is going to be that deal. Cotton continues strong as well. Now for the U.S. news of the day, the Federal Reserve industrial production and capacity down. This is not a great number. Down bigger, double what was expected. Down 0.4. They were expecting it down 0.2. Utilization 77.5, expected 77.7. The last month's was revised upward by 0.2. Housing starts. This is not a great number as I see it, down 9.4% to 1.256 million units. Market expected it down 3.2%, yet the stock market's up on that. Permits down 2.7. Market expected it down 6.3. Okay, that's a better number than the market looked at, and they revised August up a little bit. Philly Fed business. The index up 5.6, but they expected 6.5. As you can see, prices paid, while it's still up, it's falling away from where it was. But then you get to the employment index, which is a lot stronger. You also get to the orders index, which is improved. Then you get to the inventory index, which I like. I like that it's up, but not as much as the other month was. Jobless data came in pretty close to what was expected. I don't see a big deal there. The Federal Reserve Bank of New York injected another $30.65 billion today. And remember, this has to do with repos. They're leaving that money in for 15 days, they said. In Canada, August factory sales rose 0.8%. We're about a week away from the election. Mr. Trudeau has certainly got his hands full. They keep bringing up events of 20 years ago. I don't know where that election's going to go, but we should keep our eye on that. And as I said, Britain's prime minister, he's pulled the magic hat out. That doesn't mean that the UK is going to accept it. And as I told you, anything can happen there. So I wish you the best playing that. I'm scared of it. In looking, though, at the stock market, it likes what it's seeing. Impeachment proceedings, Mitch McConnell said they're likely to start, if the House votes for them, by Thanksgiving and end by December. You know, you get in between those two holidays and everybody wants to go home. That's probably in the president's favor, not against him if that's when they come up. But it's sounding more and more like the impeachment proceedings are going to go ahead. There's just a lot of testimony coming out. Now, obviously, if the president isn't found guilty by the via impeachment, that sets a real tone for the election. It's a big gamble on the Democrats' part. We'll see just if they want to go ahead and push it all the way through. It could backfire on them. Obviously, if they win and he's impeached and out of office, well, that's that at that point. Then we see what happens. That would change the whole dynamic of everything going on. Want to remind you, our futures trading kit, you know that I'm constantly offering parts of it, but this kit is full of great content. First off, chart patterns if you love those. Then you're going to be able to start off with money management, technical analysis. It's got 2 of our charting software packages, a Java-based, a web-based. Our mobile apps are in there so that you can keep up with what's going on. History of the markets. Here's those chart patterns, and yes, you can print them right out. I think they're fascinating to look at. Then we go through the idea of technical analysis. Now, we have hooked up with the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, and the way that we did it, when the exchange updates their site, which is regularly, this gets updated right with it because we're linking right to their quiz section, their brochure section for you and the like. Then I'm including the videos, and I'm going to do more video series very soon. We are finishing up a big piece of software. That's what keeps holding me back from wanting to do my live webinars, just so you know, and my special reports. We think we'll be done this Friday. And if so, I'll be beginning all this starting next week. So it's going to be a big week for me. I'm ready to get very busy. But how you get this, how you get on our mailing list, our information, go to www.iraepstein.com under the free offers, sign up for the futures kit, but you'll see all our offerings there. You can click up here to get there as well, or you can go the old-fashioned way. You actually can call us, and I know it sounds crazy, but we pick up the phone. I'm Ira. You have a great day, and I'll see you at the end of the day market wrap-up.